And now we go to 60 kilos, top bracket semifinal. Joe Betterman in the red. Donavan DePatto of the Marines in the blue. DePatto, the wiry and wily veteran. Originally out of Minnesota, now wrestling for Dan Hicks in the Marine Corps. And Joe Betterman, world team member in '07 and this past year in 2011. Was the Olympic trials champion in 2008, but the United States did not qualify the weight class that year. And that is one of Betterman's, along with Jeremiah Davis and Ellis Coleman, their duty this year before we get to the trials is to qualify the weight class. 40 seconds gone by here in period number one. Greco, 60 kilo. Betterman in the red. DePatto in the blue. High dive duck under attempt for Betterman, no go. 2-on-1 tie. Reaching across the top of the head to adjust to a front headlock. Trying to pull that head down, create an angle. Of course, it goes without saying, Greco-Roman, everything above the waist counts. Anything below the waist is not going to count. That's the simplest way of putting it. 48 seconds remain, period number one. Ten to go before we get to parterre. Duck attempt for Betterman, not going anywhere with 4 to go before we get to the parterre. And here we go. This is very similar to the last rule, but no scoring. Betterman red, first period, will be on top, will need to score. DePatto to defend to win the period. They will keep them down the entire time, scoreless. And right to a gut wrench. Betterman going to try to load to his left, readjusts. Slips his lock again. Locks that gut up, and you see DePatto now work to a high gut. You see DePatto trying to crawl forward to create that pressure against the wrist. Betterman feverishly trying to work that gut. Step, step, step. 10 to go. There's a gut, loads him over and gets the turn. 2 from the referee and 2 confirmed. So 2-0 for Joe Betterman here with 5 seconds to go in period number one. And Betterman will win the first period 2-0 here at 60. Illinois native Joe Betterman. Repping the Sunkist kids, J.J. Johnson and Momir Petkovic in the corner for Betterman. Dan Hicks giving DePatto instruction there in the corner. There you see a shot of Betterman. Coming back to the center, Betterman ready to go. We're here for 4 semis, and then we will come back, readjust, keep the stream live. Condor and Anthony into the third period over there. Anthony with a 1-0 lead. We just saw Clarissa Chun beat Alyssa Lampy in that top semifinal at 48. .25 gone by here in period number two. DePatto looking over at the clock. Collar tie by Betterman to the far side, trying to work that underhook to the near. Betterman driving, pushing DePatto towards the edge. A lot of action there. High dive, duck under attempt. Betterman trying to push the action toward the edge, working that push out. Betterman also, interestingly enough, one of the few Greco-Roman wrestlers that wears knee pads. It's not a look you see in Greco too much because, well, you're not shooting. Well, you're shooting, you're just not hitting your knees when you shoot. Now Betterman will be down and has to defend. Now shadowing J.J. Johnson in the corner is Betterman's wife, Deanna Betterman, formerly known as Deanna Ricks. She's wrestling in the women's division, past world teamer, so. Recently married the two. Now DePatto gets elbow deep on that gut, but it's sliding down. Betterman trying to fish his feet out. 15 to go. DePatto driving forward. That locked down to his ankle now. Excuse me, his wrist. 8 seconds to go. Betterman needs to circle in and does so with 5 seconds. DePatto going to try to lift and step. And that'll do it. So Betterman will defend, get a point, win the period and the match to advance into the finals at 60 kilos.